Hey, what up, everybody? I'm going to show you how to make this brainstorming graphic for your senior English class. So once you get to Spark, which you can get to like spark.adobe.com, will get you there. If you haven't logged in, log in with Google, use your school stuff. There'll be a couple questions. I have another video about getting started with Spark that I will send along as well in case anybody needs it. But once you get in, you just need to make your way. Like I'm clicking this plus sign. There are a number of spots where you can see start from scratch. Um, there's a whole bunch of prepackaged stuff, but we just want to make our own thing. Okay, start from scratch, graphic. Again, start from scratch, graphic. All right, you've got some pre-made sizes here. We're just going with square. It should already be chosen, so you can just press next. Okay, they have a ton of nice stock photos in there you can use. I would side on using something that's not too busy since you're going to be putting a bunch of text over it. And the busier the background is, the more difficult it will be to read the text. Not that that owl isn't cool, but maybe not the most helpful background. You can search for stuff as well, which I'm going to do. I'm just going to search purple. Just give you stuff, with that in the color palette or whatever. Oh, wow. These both look pretty rad. Don't want to overthink it. All right, once you're in, if you have your own photo too, you can go to upload and just pull one off of your drive. Okay, once you have one, go to next. Okay, I'll go ahead and drag this one to the middle. So as I understand it, you need to have a guiding and or essential question, whichever you're calling it, in the middle with no fewer than 7, no more than 10 related questions that will help guide your research around it. I've built one of these, so I know it's totally doable. So we'll just start with your guiding question. The example that was given to me is really long, so I'm going to try to shorten it as I go here. How might JCPS create a menu of enticing, healthy, fresh options to reduce waste? It's not to say you can't have a giant question, just the fewer words you have, the easier it will be to get things to sort of fit, right? Okay. So you have some options. Let me move me over here. You have some options on what to do with this, with your text. So I have it selected. Over here, you can see font right here at the top. I'm just going to go choose something. I'm not going to waste a bunch of time trying to decide. I would pick something that's really readable, though, rather than like an accent font that just kind of looks cool. It's not that you can't make it look cool, just, I guess, just know that it needs to be readable. I think that kind of looks like a dumpster fire, but okay, that's. I have all sorts of opinions about fonts. Okay. You can add more fonts too if you want. This browse Adobe fonts will take you to look at other ones. Okay, so I chose a font. Now you have some options here. Now I can do this with size. You can also just drag the corner, just drag a dot, and it will make the font bigger as you go, which is helpful. All right. Line letter spacing is just the amount of space between the letters. Line spacing, of course, is the amount of space between the lines. Really easy. Opacity would make the background a little bit see-through. Okay, now over here on the right-hand side, you're going to see color. So down here, you can sort of change your color palette, right? And again, I would just side on something that feels really readable. I'm going with this. Okay, below that, shape. There are lots of options that you don't want to use. Like, for example, I think this would probably, I don't know, maybe the circle's not unwise. It looks pretty cool. I think you could probably make it fit if you needed to. I'd probably side on something that takes up a little less room, has a little bit of a lower footprint. I kind of like the rounded. Okay. Since my background's so dark, it probably wouldn't be wise for me to do something like that unless I went and changed my font color to something light, but I'm not going to do it. I'd rather just use this thing. Okay, so I'm just going to ride this out. Like, I'm just going to keep using this same thing, okay? Because if I wanted to add new text, I could go up here to the right-hand corner and press Add Text, and then add text again, and then I'm up, I'm off. However, if I click this one in the middle and just press duplicate here at the top, well, all of a sudden I've just started saving myself some time. Okay. Now I actually want you to see what 7 questions would look like, just so you know that it's totally doable. Okay. Now I could go real fast and then just sort of worry about placing them and resizing them in a minute. If I make some spelling errors or something because I'm trying to go fast, cut me some slack. Okay. Okay. How many we got? 4. Nope, 3. Okay. Again, duplicate. Now, if you wanted to make every font different and a whole bunch of different colors and all the shapes different, of course, you can totally do that. But I can't guarantee it would look better. I also couldn't guarantee that it would look worse either, so maybe I should just shut up. All right, almost there. I like this question. How much food is wasted every day? A couple years ago, France made it illegal for grocery stores to throw away old food. Love it. We waste so much food in this country. Hold on. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I totally just had to shush a teacher who was bringing Chromebooks back to me. Which healthy foods will students eat? Guess that's some primary research there. Go. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. One more. Duplicate, and then okay. What current guidelines dictate school lunches? Okay. All right. Now, the last piece of this, I mean, other than just like aesthetic considerations, like how big do you make the boxes? Where do you put them? Which honestly, it's mostly about fun. If it looks cool to you, it probably just will look cool. But I'll say this, if you have space, you don't want to overdo it, but you want to use some of it because that means your text can be bigger, which means it's easier to read. I think the general wisdom is that your guiding question would be the biggest thing, right? that everything else would be secondary to that, so smaller. Okay. About something like that. Okay, next. Just getting some lines in there. So if you go to add, icon, lines, line, yeah, line. There's a whole lot to pick from. And then you can treat it the same way you treated copying your text boxes. You can just keep using the same ones over and over again. I'm going to try to do something different. Okay, let's do this. All right. Now it's coming out as blue. Not a huge fan of that. So if you go over here to color, again, you can just make it whichever color you want. I'm just going to make it white. Down here, I want you to be able to see this real well. At the bottom of the line, you'll see this arrow. If you just grab it, it just is what allows you to twist it. Now, here's what I'm going to do. I select it. I can go to order. If I take this all the way back to 1, it's just going to put, oh my gosh, didn't think about that. Okay, I'm going to have to change the opacity on all these. I can't take seeing those lines through it. It'll just take a second. Duplicate. I could make these smaller if I wanted, but I'm just going to keep taking the order to 1. It's just going to put that line behind the boxes again. Duplicate. Now, at this point, if you don't want to watch this anymore, I would totally understand. I do want you to see a finished product, and I do want you do need to see the last step. So I guess I'm just imploring you to hang out for just a little bit longer. We're almost done. Duplicate. Oh, moving the background. Oopsie daisy. Okay. Just keep in mind, like this can be a little time consuming. It could be as time consuming as you want it to be. But I guess it could be more time consuming than you want it to be because it's something that's new. And sometimes things don't work as easily as we'd like when they're fresh and brand new. I guess my suggestion is just to try to be patient and definitely try to be patient with your teacher. They're taking a lot on themselves trying to get you to do something cool like this. And accept that they don't have all the answers. Okay, one more. Okay, order. All right. Almost. That looks stupid. Right, I did it. Okay. There are other things you can do to change the way your graphic looks. The only one I'm really into is just like, I like adding a border. I do. I forget how to change what color the border is, so you can figure it out. I'm just going to leave it alone. I think this has gone on long enough. Okay. When you're done, up here, just click download. You can choose PNG or JPEG. Both of those are going to work as an image just wherever. I'm just going to choose JPEG, start download. And when you're downloading on a Chromebook, make sure that you are downloading on my drive and not up here in my files. my files is going to download to the Chromebook, and that wipes out. I think every 24 hours it wipes clean. So make sure it's on your drive so it actually makes it to your stuff. I'm going to call it, I don't know, Pedigo Research. I'm going to spell it right. Brainstorm. Okay. And then save. Okay. I want you to see what it looks like. Again, no excuses, but I did just throw this together super quickly just to show you. But I think objectively it's pretty cool. I totally just burped. My bad. I'm not doing this again, though. The burp stays. Okay, you can do this. It's going to be sweet. I hope to see a few of them. That would make me really happy. All right, y'all. Later.